Welcome to Dubs News. Today, we bring you the latest news and updates from the Golden State Warriors, covering the hottest offseason rumors. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our Dubs updates. Your subscription is crucial to strengthen our passionate Warriors community. As the NBA offseason unfolds, the Golden State Warriors face a crucial period of decisions. Following a season where Stephen Curry continued to shine at an all-NBA level but fell short of MVP votes, the Warriors finished 10th in the Western Conference, forced into the play-in against the Sacramento Kings due to late-game lapses and tough competition in the conference. With several key players on the trade market and potential to significantly reduce team costs, the Warriors are gearing up for a phase of changes. Aside from Curry, nearly every player on the team is considered a possible candidate for moves and trades. Among the names that have surfaced as potential trade targets or exits is Gary Payton II, whose future was uncertain but now seems inclined to stay, either by renewing his current contract or negotiating a new deal. Jonathan Kuminga, who has been speculated in star trade talks, appears destined to remain with the team for now, as no substantial deal has materialized. Andrew Wiggins, despite frequent mentions in trade discussions, remains highly valued by the team, making a significant move unlikely unless an exceptional offer is presented. As for assistant coach Kenny Atkinson, although considered for several head coaching vacancies, remaining openings in the market may result in his staying another season as part of the Warriors coaching staff. However, while focus may be on the most prominent players, there are 6 other Warriors who have virtually disappeared from public discussions this summer. Who are these players and what will their roles be next season? Which of them could surprise and stand out, and which could be seen in the uniforms of opposing teams? Check out the 6 Golden State Warriors who have virtually disappeared this summer. Number 6. Kevon Looney. Kevon Looney has been a steady presence with the Golden State Warriors, contributing to 3 championships over his 9 seasons with the team. However, his tenure with the Warriors has been overshadowed by the longevity of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, who have accumulated 4 titles. Despite Looney's loyalty and contributions, his future with the team is uncertain. With a salary of $8 million for the upcoming season, only part of this amount is guaranteed, and the Warriors have until June 24th to decide whether to retain Looney by paying only $3 million or to release him. In recent years, Looney has seen his role diminish, especially in terms of speed, a trait never associated with him. His primary impact has always been on defense, and his ability to maintain that level will be crucial to his future in the league. Despite not being a big scorer or perimeter player, he has had crucial moments for the Warriors. The Warriors may attempt to trade him for a starting player or star, or even release him to save on the salary cap. Other teams may value his defensive skills and see him as a valuable addition. As they plan their future, the Warriors face tough decisions about Looney's role on the team. Considering Kevon Looney's trajectory with the Golden State Warriors, his 9-season contribution deserves recognition, even if often overshadowed by players like Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, whose achievements have left a mark on the franchise. His loyalty and dedication to the team are undeniable, reflected in his presence during 3 championship wins. However, the NBA's reality is ruthless regarding teams' financial and strategic decisions. With a contract that entails crucial decisions by June 24th, the Warriors face a dilemma: retaining Looney with salary adjustments or exploring options that could strengthen the team in other areas. The central issue lies in Looney's ability to maintain his defensive impact despite perceived speed decline. His defensive ability is his greatest strength, something that may attract interest from other teams if he is put on the market. While not a dominant scorer, his contribution in crucial moments cannot be underestimated. The Warriors' decision involves balancing the value of his experience and stability against potential opportunities to improve the roster. For Looney, the future could mean remaining a key defensive piece for the Warriors, or seeking a new opportunity where his role may be expanded and valued differently. It's a typical crossroads in the career of an experienced player, where the balance between loyalty and strategic needs defines the next chapter. Therefore, the decision about Kevon Looney's future is not just about contract numbers, but also about the legacy he has built and prospects for his evolution in the league. It's a reflection on the intangible value he brings to the team versus potential advantages of exploring new opportunities. And you? How do you see Kevon Looney's future? Should the Warriors keep him for the next season or seek a change? Number 5. Lester Quinones. Lester Quinones seems destined to follow the common pattern of Golden State Warriors players, developing in the team system only to be rewarded by another team the following summer. After starting the season with a two-way contract, he earned a full contract, showing he can play in the NBA based on his own merit, not just his connection with James Wiseman. Quinones, a 6 feet 5 inches guard, is known for his defensive intensity and ability to chase rebounds and loose balls. While not a standout playmaker, he has shown solid shooting ability, hitting 36.4% of his three-point attempts. With his restricted rights, the Warriors have the option to match any offer Quinones receives in free agency. However, given the market dynamics and other team priorities, the Warriors are likely to let him go if a significant offer from another team emerges. This is common for the Warriors, who often see their young, developing players find success elsewhere after leaving the team. Lester Quinones has certainly stood out by seizing his opportunity with the Golden State Warriors, moving up from a two-way contract to a full contract during the season. His defensive ability and efficiency in long-range shooting make him a valuable player on any NBA team. However, contractual dynamics and the Warriors' development strategies may influence his future with the franchise. With Quinones' restricted rights, the Warriors have the power to match any offer he receives in free agency, but this depends on their roster priorities and the offer he may get from other teams. The team's history suggests that young players often find a new home after leaving Golden State, where they may have more room to grow and shine. For Quinones, the prospect of continuing his development may mean exploring new opportunities on a team that can offer more minutes and a more defined role. However, his connection with the Warriors so far may influence his decision to stay if there's a competitive offer and a clear plan for how he can contribute to the team's success. Ultimately, Quinones' future will depend on a complex combination of factors: his own ambitions, the offers he receives in free agency, and the Warriors' strategic decisions regarding their roster. It will be interesting to see how his NBA journey unfolds, whether continuing in Oakland or starting a new chapter in another city in the league. How do you see Quinones' future? Do you think he will continue his development with another team or find space to grow with the Warriors?
Dario Saric.
It seems Dario Saric had a mixed experience with the Golden State Warriors. While some players have adjusted well to the Warriors' style of play, like Kevin Durant and others mentioned, Saric never seemed to fully fit in. His chemistry with Chris Paul was a bright spot, showing a favorable net rating when they played together. However, without Paul, Saric struggled to find his rhythm alongside players like Curry and Green. The Warriors, known for their dynamic rotation and focus on court spacing, may consider bringing Saric back on a minimum contract. However, if he desires a more substantial role on another team, he may need to seek out a team that values his three-point shooting ability and defensive mobility. With his solid shooting statistics and ability to defend multiple positions, Saric will certainly be an attractive candidate for teams looking for a versatile and experienced player. For the Warriors, the decision may hinge on other moves in the free agent market, especially if there are significant changes to the team, such as the possible absence of Chris Paul. Dario Saric faced challenges in adapting to the Golden State Warriors, shining more in partnership with Chris Paul than with other key players on the team, such as Curry and Green. His ability as a three-point shooter and defensive versatility are strengths that could attract interest from various NBA teams. For Saric, finding a suitable role will depend on a combination of playing opportunity and a system that aligns with his skills. If the Warriors choose to bring him back on a minimum contract, he could continue to benefit from the team's floor spacing-based gameplay system. However, if he is seeking a more substantial and consistent role, exploring other teams that value his versatility and shooting ability may be necessary. Considering Saric has shown effectiveness alongside a playmaker like Chris Paul, teams with a similar structure could be a natural fit for him. Whether with the Warriors or elsewhere, his ability to adapt to the system and contribute significantly will be crucial to his continued success in the league. In summary, Saric's future in the NBA will depend on how he and the Warriors evaluate their market options and how he can best fit into different playing systems across the league. Number 3. Moses Moody. It seems Moses Moody had an interesting debut season with the Golden State Warriors, standing out in some formations alongside Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Jonathan Kuminga. His defensive skills, confident shooting, and ability to integrate well with the team's key pieces were positives, showing promising potential. However, despite these positive moments, Moody faced challenges in his limited rotation under Steve Kerr. With only 66 games played last season, despite being physically fit, there is a clear discrepancy between what he can offer and the opportunity he received with the Warriors. Analysis suggests that if the Warriors are seeking significant improvements in the transfer market, Moody could be a tradable asset. His value could be higher on other teams that value his skills and are willing to offer more playing time. Moody's situation is also influenced by the possible departure of Klay Thompson or other team movements. If the Warriors decide he doesn't fit into their long-term plans, or if there are better opportunities for him elsewhere, a trade could be a viable option for all parties involved. Moses Moody certainly showed potential in his debut season with the Golden State Warriors, particularly standing out alongside key players like Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Jonathan Kuminga. His defensive skills and confident shooting were positives, indicating a promising future in the NBA. However, the crucial issue for Moody is playing opportunity. With a limited rotation under Steve Kerr last season, despite his physical fitness, he may not have had the ideal chance to showcase his full potential. If the Warriors are focused on significant improvements through the transfer market, Moody could be considered a tradable asset, especially if the team decides that other options align better with their short and long-term goals. For Moody, a move to another team that values his skills and is willing to offer more minutes could be beneficial. This would not only allow him to develop his game in a more substantial role, but could also accelerate his growth as a player in the league. Considering potential team movements, such as Klay Thompson's possible departure or other changes, Moody's future could be significantly influenced. If the Warriors decide he doesn't ideally fit into their plans, exploring opportunities elsewhere could be a strategic choice for both the player and the team. In summary, Moody has the potential to thrive in an environment where his skills are more valued and where he can play a more significant role. The decision will depend on the opportunities that arise and how he and his current team evaluate their best options for the future. Do you think Moses Moody could benefit more from another NBA team where he would have more minutes and a chance to develop his potential? Number 2. Chris Paul. It seems Chris Paul's situation with the Golden State Warriors is quite uncertain. Despite being a positive presence on the team and being well received by veterans like Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, there are significant challenges regarding his contract and the financial impact he would have on the team's salary cap. With Paul's contract set to become fully guaranteed and considering the high value he would have on the Warriors' luxury tax bill, the team is likely to opt for waiving him before the full guarantee kicks in. This would allow Paul to explore other opportunities in the NBA, such as signing with a team that can offer a more substantial role or one that is closer to competing for a championship. Teams like the Phoenix Suns, Los Angeles Lakers, or even rebuilding teams like the Orlando Magic, Detroit Pistons, or San Antonio Spurs could be potential destinations for Chris Paul, depending on his personal priorities. Whether he seeks an immediate title run or a more lucrative contract, Chris Paul's situation with the Golden State Warriors certainly raises important questions, particularly regarding his contract and the financial impact he would have on the team's salary cap. Despite his positive contribution and warm reception from veterans like Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, financial challenges are significant. With Paul's contract about to become fully guaranteed, it's likely the Warriors will consider the possibility of waiving him before that happens. This could allow Paul to explore other opportunities in the NBA, perhaps seeking a more substantial role on a competitive team or even a rebuilding team that values his leadership and experience. Teams like the Phoenix Suns and Los Angeles Lakers, where he has already found success, could be potential destinations, especially if he's looking for an environment where he can compete for an immediate title. On the other hand, rebuilding teams like the Orlando Magic, Detroit Pistons, or San Antonio Spurs could also benefit from his leadership and mentorship for their young players. In summary, while Chris Paul has been well received by the Warriors and has contributed positively, the team's financial reality and the options available to Paul may point towards an imminent parting of ways. His decision will depend on his personal priorities, whether it's competing for an immediate championship or exploring new opportunities that may arise in the NBA market. Overall, it seems unlikely that Chris Paul will remain with the Warriors for the next season, despite his positive contribution and the respect he has earned within the team. N2 Klay Thompson. It seems that Klay Thompson's future with the Golden State Warriors is entering a phase of significant uncertainty. While Curry and Green secure their long-term stays, Thompson, another pillar of the Warriors, faces a crossroads in his career. With 4 rings and a history of loyalty to the franchise, Thompson represents a golden era for the Warriors. However, his ability as a shooter and defender has diminished since his injuries, although he is still recognized as one of the league's top marksmen. While many considered it unthinkable that Thompson would consider free agency, recent rumors and his social media activity suggest he may be preparing for new horizons. While the Warriors express interest in having him back, there are considerable financial challenges to be faced, especially if it compromises the team's flexibility to strengthen the roster around Curry. Negotiations between Thompson and the Warriors are likely to begin after the NBA Finals, with speculation pointing to the possibility of him testing the free agent market. After many seasons of success and achievements, Thompson may be considering a team change for the upcoming season. Klay Thompson's future with the Golden State Warriors is certainly shrouded in uncertainty. He's been a key player in the Warriors' recent history, contributing significantly to the 4 titles won. However, his recent injuries have raised doubts about his ability to return to his previous level of performance. Considering his history of loyalty to the franchise and his role as one of the league's top shooters, the Warriors would certainly want him back. However, financial challenges are real, especially if his stay compromises the team's flexibility to improve the roster around Stephen Curry. Thompson may be considering new horizons, especially with rumors and his social media activity indicating a possible interest in exploring the free agent market. This could offer him the opportunity for a fresh start on a team where he could have an even more central role or in a situation that offers a renewed competitive challenge. In the end, the decision will depend on Thompson's priorities and the Warriors' approach in negotiations. For Warriors fans, it would be difficult to see Thompson in another jersey after so many successful seasons, but the reality of professional sports often involves changes and adaptations. It's a time for waiting and strategic negotiations, and the outcome will likely become clearer after the end of the NBA Finals, when important decisions about Thompson's and the Warriors' future will begin to unfold. While the situation is still evolving, it seems increasingly likely that Klay Thompson will not wear the Warriors jersey next season. What are your thoughts on Thompson's future? Do you believe he should seek new opportunities, or that the Warriors should do everything possible to keep him on the team? As the Golden State Warriors face a decisive offseason, it's exciting to see how each player will shape the team's future. From veterans like Klay Thompson to rookies like Moses Moody, everyone has their own stories and challenges ahead. We would love to hear your thoughts on these players and their journeys. Who do you think should stay for the next season? Who could find success on a new team? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this content and want to follow more about the Warriors and the NBA, don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable notifications so you don't miss any details. Let's all join in this conversation about the future of the Warriors and help shape what's to come in this exciting offseason.